Unfortunately, I used all my accelerant, so we're just going to have to sit here and wait. There's little weird quirks you'll run into from time to time, and I don't know if they ever did anything about them, but you'll find houses and you'll be like, oh, sweet, a house, finally shelter. But there won't be a fireplace inside of it. So all you can do is go outside and cook, which sucks. Okay. So since we're going to have to wait out here anyway to warm up a bit, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of crafting.
Just need to close my eyes.
15 minutes, that will make an old man's beard dressing. I think that's kind of like a medical bandage, basically, is what you end up with. I don't know if the heat will reach into the car if I'm in the car. But I'm kind of at the point now where I might have to take that chance. Oh yeah, these mittens. That'll help. And did I get socks? I did, I got some wool socks at some point. I need to pay attention to that. That'll help me from losing heat as quick, and I'll warm up faster as well. Let's make some more of these.
I'm feeling so drained.
Hope I don't get weird wobbly vision from having too low of health. As soon as I cook this... In fact, I'm going to cook it and drink it. Because that'll help warm me up and keep me from getting too cold while I have them sleep some more. Yeah. That'll help. I know the treatment didn't do anything, but it is going to warm me up. Scent. Ooh, that's an interesting new thing. That must have to do with the wolves and everything. So we are still warming up. Possibly due to the drink, possibly due to the campfire, I'm not sure, but we are going to sleep for about 2 hours here. If possible, I'd love to sleep until morning, but I don't know if we'll be able to do that. What's our temperature at now? Going down. They did introduce a thing where when you're sleeping, you do warm up a bit, so you lose heat slower. It's a nice thing, and I'm glad they did that, because I always used to get so annoyed. You'd go to sleep for like 8 hours, and you'd suddenly find out later that you're too cold, and you'd die. Because you slept through freezing to death. Is that like a thing that actually happens to people? Because that sucks. But now they make it so when you're sleeping, and you're presumably in a blanket or something, you warm up a little bit. Okay. So if I sleep for 3 more hours, I get over this food poisoning. The weather outside is very windy. Can I get away with 1 more sleep without dying? We're going to try it. Still learning controls. Okay. 1 more sleep. We're also thirsty. I should have addressed that before I went to bed. Okay, so we are cold. Sleep restores condition. When condition gets too low, you become dizzy, your vision will blur, you lose fine motor controls. It's all a warning. You need to improve your situation ASAP. Every hour of rest will restore lost condition. Yeah, so basically, don't die. What are we? Oh god, we're gonna die. Okay, let's make a fire quickly. Top priority. Come on.
Oh, what a way to die.
We're gonna die. You have to get it in a certain position, so actually let me make the fire. Actually, I can just make it right here. Here's hoping we don't die while trying to start a fire. I've had that happen to me before. That's incredibly infuriating. Don't do it. Don't die.
Come on. I need to find some place to escape this cold.
I'm trying. Start the fire. Don't fail. You got a 75% chance of doing it right. I mean, we haven't failed yet, but don't do it. Okay.
It worked.
Okay. We also are low on drink. So let's drink something really quick before I die from that. Here, drink some soda. That's good for you. Eat this jerky, too. Jerky makes you thirsty, unfortunately. Alright. We are at 4% health. Really, oh god, we're all wobbly. Really not doing good. We are warming up, so we're not dead yet. Let's see how long that lasts. Since we are waiting anyway, we're gonna get tired so quickly. Let's go ahead. I mean, like, we are on the edge of dying at the moment, like, for real. Because I have a crappy place to sleep. Okay.
Ready to lay down.
I'd love to. Believe me, I would. What a great start. I'm just expecting, because I know there's people that are better at this game than I am. And they're just going to be so mad at me if they're watching this. Okay. Oh god. Get in the car. We gotta sleep again. I'm hoping that fire will keep me warm enough. We'll see. Should I risk 2 hours? I don't think it'll make a difference, but let's just do 1 hour at a time. If I can get over the condition that I'm currently facing... Okay, good. Yeah, that campfire is still keeping me warm through the wall. That's good. If I can get over this condition... Let's see, for... What is it? The next... I just need 1 more hour of sleep. I'll stop getting tired as quickly, and it'll be a whole lot easier. That's really what happens in this game. You gotta keep everything, like, maxed out, otherwise... You just really suffer from some problems. Okay, we're still warm, so I'm gonna sleep 1 more time. You want to avoid going out, like, in the early morning, because it's not very warm. I do remember that. I don't know if they changed that, but it's not very warm. So you do get cold. Okay. Covered slightly. And we'll probably have to go after this, because I think the campfire is about to go out. Yeah, it did just go out. Although, we're not cold. That's good. If we can actually... If we're not cold and we can stay in here for a little bit longer, that's actually would be super good. Just to sleep some more. I was so glad when they introduced that mechanic. It's so annoying when you can't, you know, for some reason that the game has said... Okay, we are getting cold now, so let's just sleep for a little bit. For some reason that the game says you can't sleep, you know, when you're somewhere like, I get, you know, you don't want to sleep on the floor, but if you are about to pass out, that might be your option. Exciting gameplay here, kids. Unfortunately, I am going to have to break before too long. I was hoping to get to a building and stop there, but we are going to have to break before too long. Okay, our health's up a little bit. It is cold out. What time is it? Not quite midday. Luckily, we've not been getting cold. Oh, hey. Forgot about it. You could open the visors. Because I don't think there's ever anything in them. Okay. We are thirsty. Oh, but that's not enough water. We just ran out. Ah, boy. Okay. We're okay for now. I'll stop if we need to do anything. Like, narrowly managed to get out of that. Okay, so there's a trail over that way. Don't know if I want to go that way yet. You really need to get some more firewood, though. What is our weight at? Oh, not maps. Our weight's pretty low. We're about half of our carrying capacity. The annoying thing is, the really good clothes cost a lot of weight.
Have ended up there.
Okay, so that one's locked. We need a pry bar to get through that. It's hard to tell sometimes if you've been somewhere, so I always attempt to, it doesn't look like it'll let me with this one, but I always attempt to open the hood of the cars that I've already checked out, so I don't bother with them again. Hey, beef jerky. The cars usually don't have any good loot in them. I mean, they have okay loot, but they're not great. Need a bit more firewood. I don't actually know if there's ever anything under the visors.
Hope nobody needs this.
Ooh, leather shoes. Got a feeling they're not as good as what I have. Driving gloves. Let's see if those are any good. Oops. So they're frozen. They're not going to do me a lot of great things.
Almost anything about now.
It's better condition, but they're not as warm. So not great. Yeah, so we're going to keep our boots. We can, however, in the future, if we want to, we can break them down for resources. You find a lot of clothing in this game, and obviously a lot of it's not very useful. There's a lot of crappy clothing, but you can break them down into cloth or leather or whatever they're made out of and use them as repair materials for good clothes.
This will come in handy.
Alright, good stuff. I don't think there's ever actually anything under the hoods. It's very noticeable when you see an open hood. The game never, has them like that. So if you see one, you're like, oh yeah, I've been there before. It's going to become nighttime soon, too. Man, I hate nighttime. I used all my wood back there just so I could survive. I don't want to make another campfire. But we might have to just for the water situation. Did I get any drinks? Food. No, I don't have anything to drink. I'm sure we could go off the beaten path to get more things, but we really do need some kind of shelter. Just running into so many problems because I don't have anywhere to properly warm up without using a bunch of resources. Because, I mean, that's kind of what the survival game's about, Survival games in general is about trying to keep as many resources as you can, as many useful ones. Because if I'm camping in cars, I'm not really that warm, so I have to burn fuel to stay warm. And you burn a lot of fuel. That's why indoors is much better, because you can usually, if you have decent clothing, you can stay inside without burning too much, wood, if at all. Usually you don't have to burn any, unless it's just a really crappy building, and you have crappy clothes. Hey, there's some soda. That's good. Sodas are heavy. They give you some calories though, and they give you some drink. They're not great, but they're okay. Come on, give me a building or something. Hey, wait, hold on. Here's something. These are good. You can make teas with them that I think have antibiotic properties. Is this a cave?
It's getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
Is this bears? I don't like bears. Alright, that's fir firewood. I think that's the best firewood you can get. It is heavy, but it does last for a while, and it does get pretty warm. We are still cold in here. We're gonna have to burn firewood the whole night if we were to stay here. And I don't think you can actually even... Yeah. If you're not in a car, you don't have a better sleeping bag, you can't set up camp wherever you want. Unfortunately, it is getting dark. Again. I'm kind of at the point where calories are less important than finding actual shelter. God, that's a wolf and a rabbit. I think we're gonna have to do the car though. Or we could try up here. I don't think that wolf's following me though, so we're good. It's just as exciting as I imagined this would be. Running through dark woods with a rock in my hand. Running away from wolves. Is that a cave? Don't think that's a cave. Not really. It'd help if his breath didn't keep clouding up the screen. It's so bright. Just give me like even a shack. I'll take a fishing shack at this point. One with a sleeping bag, obviously, but just give me something. Alright, we're gonna make another torch, because I'm having great difficulty seeing. Also, my clothes are all getting wet. It's great. We still have a torch? Or no, we can make a torch. Cloth stick and lamp oil. No, we're gonna stick with crappy campfire torch, I think. And we'll do another accelerant just to make it fast.
Looks like it worked.
You know, we should, though. Here. Add that back in. We should boil some water, because we're going to need it. Actually, we're going to save some time and just purify some water with tablets. It's one of those games where something's going to kill you, but it's usually not what you expect. You know, you'll have a really good supply of wood, or you'll have a really good supply of something, and the problem you'll run into is that you just don't have, you know, like, you can't get to a shelter, and that'll kill you just as quickly as just about anything else will. I like this radio menu thing. It's kind of nice. Alright. So while this does light up my immediate surroundings, it is kind of hard to see stuff. This is a better game to play at night. You don't get screen glare. Or if you can cover up your windows real good. Okay, we're back on the road. I'm hoping the wolves make loud noises, because I can't see them at all. Oh god. The haunted deer! He's come for blood. Believe me, dear, you're more of a threat to me than I am to you. I can't do anything to you right now. I don't have any real weapons. I'll throw a rock at you and I'll snap your neck. That'll work. We are going to keep following this road because I'm almost positive we're going to hit a building at some point this way. At least it's a better chance than romping through the wilderness at night where I can't see anything. I think there's, like, sticks in front of me. Oh, it's getting dark. Nope, can't see a single thing. Okay. New campfire. This is gonna get old quick, I feel. That's alright. That's alright. It's exciting adventure together through the darkness where we can't sleep because buildings don't exist, and I decided to eat a raw rabbit, which really screwed me over for the most part. I feel like we would have gotten this far before it got dark, / we needed to do, you know, something, if I didn't eat the rabbit. Doing great. It doesn't do anything. Alright. Let's keep going. How are my clothes doing? They're actually drying out. I think the torch acts as a source of heat to keep that from happening. I mean, I know the torch acts as is a source of heat, but I think that helps. I think this is a lake. Oh god. What was that? Oh god. Oh god, he's out there. You're supposed to be scared of fire. Stay away. Clearly a good idea. When you can't see anything, just walk across the frozen lake. While your torch gets darker. Oh, I don't know about this. Here, eat this deer. It's delicious. Maybe you'll get distracted. I can still hear him. He's still after me. This might actually be the end. It's like the middle of the night. I can't see anything. My torch is about to die. There's a scary wolf over there that might still be chasing me. I'm not entirely sure. And once again, I can't see anything. Wait, what's this? This looks like a building. In fact, this looks like someone's house. Hey! I found shelter. Maybe we won't die. Hello? Oh, it's a church. No one minds me
Come in handy.
burning the books. Oh, God, I can't see anything. Yeah, so there's this thing where they don't let you start campfires indoors, and it's really annoying. And now I actually have no idea where anything is. Leave church. I saw it for a second. I hate this mechanic. I understand that maybe in like a wooden building you wouldn't want to start a fire. But in an emergency, I could see someone doing it. You know, and just being careful. Like, don't do it next to a wall or something. Do it on a stone floor. Do it something. And that always kind of annoyed me about this game, just a little bit. I'd really like to get another stick, too, so I don't have to burn the log I have just to make a torch, but I don't think I'm going to have an option on that. No. Oh, I've got 2 sticks. Maybe that might be enough. Let's try it. I'm sorry. This radio crafting menu still confuses me a little. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they made it, or they either are making it, or they have made it for console as well. So they tried to introduce a lot more radial menus to make it work better on console, which I don't mind. You can play it with I know you can play it with a controller, and it's kind of cool because of that. But radial menus also are a little bit weird on PC sometimes. All right.
Turned out pretty well.
Gonna throw in the old torch. Oh no. Okay, cool. I hear scary noises out here. We're going inside. Alright, now we can see a bit better. Okay, so we gotta have a hatchet for that. We can break down that. Ah, so our metal shard takes damage too. That's good to know.
What have we here?
Got a hat. Another plank. They introduced these, the ability to get, like, kind of late game, to be able to get more metal and wood by breaking down large pieces of metal and wood, which is actually really cool. Hymnal. Day of Wrath and Doom impending. I can see that here. I'll take it. Metal pail. So you need a hacksaw to break that down. It's a pretty good late game way of getting more materials. Because late game, like really late game, you start running out of things. I think they'll understand why I need to take all this. The heavy heart that I inform you of Archdiocese's decision to withdraw me from St. Christopher's Parish due to lack of activity. Though there have never been more than a few of you in recent years, your dedication to the church and support of my efforts here will not be forgotten. Henceforth, services will also be available via Skype only. Continued Latin lessons also. So we can break down a pillow. There's a bed. Alright. Some water. You don't need bottles in the game. They, whenever you have water, it automatically gets put into bottles, so you don't have to, you know, worry about any of that kind of stuff. I think that's all the easy stuff we've got here. It is the middle of night, so what we'll probably end up doing is sleeping. Yeah, we're gonna sleep for a bit. And since we're inside, we're pretty warm. We're not really gonna have an issue with getting cold inside because our clothing is semi-decent. Only when you have really bad clothing can you really worry about getting cold inside. See, another maybe 3 hours of sleep would probably be good. And if you're paying attention to condition, you'll notice that we are actually raising our condition now, which is nice. Yeah. And we're gonna stop pretty soon. I want to get us ready for a new day for next time rather than having to go through all this next time. You want to avoid being really thirsty or really hungry when you go to sleep, because you actually will lose condition because of that. So, before you sleep, it's usually a good idea, if you have any food or water, just to make sure that you're at least half full. Usually is a good point. Alright, we'll sleep for probably another 3 hours would be enough. If you're fully rested, you also can't, they won't let you sleep anymore, so they introduced a, like, pastime mechanic. Ooh, now it looks cool in here. They introduced a pastime mechanic, which you can access with these cards. You don't get any benefits of sleep, you don't get... Wow, I did not mean to do that. You don't get any warmth. But... Because the thing people used to do was, like, if you're waiting for, I don't know, guts to dry, which I totally should have set down before I started sleeping, or something, or you're waiting for something, people would just sleep for, like, 3 days straight, and, like, they'd sleep for 8 hours, get up, eat some food, sleep some more, get up, eat some food, sleep some more. And that's not, like you couldn't realistically just, like, okay, I need to wait 5 days for this to occur. And then just sleep for 5 days, taking breaks to eat, basically. So they introduced that mechanic. Anyway, we have been here for nearly 2 hours. Probably won't be this long in the future for each episode, but I do like to do the first episode a bit longer because it's fun. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me know what you think. I've really been looking forward to this. And we're going to make another effort next time we come back to not die from something stupid like eating a raw rabbit. That'd be good. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!